Let's move on to the Northern Cape then, where Water and Sanitation Minister Pemmy Majodina is this morning conducting an oversight visit at the Sol Plaatje Integrated Bulk Water Intervention Project. That's to assess its progress. Now, the more than 2.7 billion rand project located at the old Riverton water treatment plant forms part of efforts to assist the municipality to meet its constitutional responsibility of provision of water and sanitation. Juniour Khumalo following the story, joining us live now. Juniour, actually a little while ago you had been speaking to the minister, I believe, and the man responsible then for the oversight visit as well. Why don't you just allude to what exactly they shared with you?
Indeed, Arabile, we are struggling a bit to hear what you are saying, but the minister here has completed that oversight visit that she was undertaking in the Northern Cape province, in Kimberley in particular. She spoke about some of the challenges that are happening in the area, especially the water supply, which is under a bit of pressure. She spoke about industries that are utilizing water, such as the mining industry that is utilizing a lot of water. There's also a growing population in Kimberley that is also putting a strain when it comes to the water supply. But joining me now is the spokesperson for the municipality, Thabo Mutibi. Thank you so much for joining us, my brother. Just a quick question. How dire is the situation when it comes to water supply in this province?
Well, you remember that this plant, where we're at, the new plant, Riverton water treatment plant, was built in the 70s, and then the old plant was built in the 1940s, and that actually catered for a population of about 40,000 people. We are now at what I would call over 270,000 people. So that's a growing population. So government's investment, and that's exactly the point around the minister's visit, was to inspect the allocation as to monies that were allocated by National Treasury and Water and Sanitation, the department itself, an allocation of 2.5 billion, to say where are we in terms of that process. We're into our third year in terms of what we call the budget facility for infrastructure. So the inspection itself speaks into what I would call transparency and accountability on our part as the municipality. And we gave an account to the minister of how far we are and where we're at. And the beauty about the minister's visit today was to reflecting on what I would call front-loading, to say if there is a possibility of basically fast-tracking the process in terms of looking at the 7-year period and bringing it down to a 4-year period, why not? And she will then be, looking at that with counterparts at National to say how best do we then bring or cut down on the time frames that have been allocated. But so far, she has been very much impressed to say that the Sol Plaatje municipality, this is a benchmarking project in its nature, that we are very much at it in terms of making sure that we cater, we have safe, and that is what I would call water security for the residents of the Sol Plaatje municipality, because what we are doing is also to look at Richie, which is about 40 kilometers from Kimberley. So also at that point, abstraction of water, the purification of water, we're also looking at that. And very soon we will also be having another launch within the Richie area to reflect on the kind of work that we are doing as a municipality. And so far it has been a very good day.
So when fully completed, how many citizens is this particular infrastructure going to be able to service?
As indicated, we are looking now at about 270,000 residents within the jurisdiction of the Sol Plaatje municipality. And that covers your Riverton area, and then it also covers your Richie area and the Kimberley area, Kimberley suburbia, Galeshewe, Roodepan. And so much has already been done in terms of also advancing the issue of bringing in new technologies into this particular plant here, where we're at, and the old plant. So the minister gave or was given that account of how far we are, what kind of technologies we are bringing in, and the nature of the kind of technologies that we are also importing. A lot of these things are custom related, so we will then be looking at how best to expedite even that process to make sure that we bring in all of these kind of different infrastructures into play, and making sure that by the end of the day we cut down on the 7-year period.
Thank you so much. That is the spokesperson of the municipality, Mr. Thabo Mothibi. They're speaking about some of the initiatives that are going to be putting in place, especially bringing in new technologies. The minister actually touched on that as well. Even some of the piping that is being used, quite advanced, that is going to last quite a lot of years. They spoke about 70 years in use that it is going to be in. Back to you in studio, Arabi.